October, which feels really hard to believe, but kind of exciting. I love this time of year for sure. And I think one thing I really like is being able to plan out the rest of the year and my goals for the rest of the year. And just kind of prepare for what the holidays will look like and all of that. And one way I do that is to plan CEO time, which that's a concept that it comes from Michael E. Gerber's book, The E-Myth, which I'll do a longer video on that later. But it's about the importance of working on your business, not just in it. So as therapists, we tend to spend a lot of time working in our business, seeing clients or doing phone calls, things like that, instead of working on things like systems or getting your paperwork done correctly, or just other things that help your business actually run. So for me, I do the 12-week year planning. So I do, which is another great book that I've talked about before. But basically, at the beginning of the 12 weeks, I sit down and it takes me a couple hours, but I kind of go through, what do I want to accomplish this next 12 weeks? What do I want it to look like? What are my goals? And I plan all of that out. And then I schedule in CEO time throughout the weeks. And I find that to be really helpful to sort of like recenter myself, check back in, see how things are going, and make sure that I am, doing what I need to do. It's so important if you're scheduling that time to schedule it, make sure it's on your schedule, really get clear about what task you want to accomplish or need to do. And I always make sure to turn off my email notifications, that type of thing. If I'm able to sort of turn off Wi-Fi, if it's stuff that I can just sort of write about and don't need the internet for, I find that helpful too. And the consistency. So even if you don't necessarily know what you need to work on, still scheduling that time, sort of maybe hourly every week, is a great place to start. So some things that you could do during CEO time, you could review and update your business plan. And if you don't have a business plan, you should maybe look into creating one. Look back over, financial reports or profit and loss, adjust any pricing that you might need to adjust. Look at your marketing strategies. Think about how, are they working for you? Are they not? Make sure to actually pay attention to what's working and what's not. And maybe you're interested in, doing a new therapy technique or something like that. You could look into sort of researching or doing a training, something like that could also be sort of CEO time. Or also just sort of networking with other professionals and getting out there and spending time with other therapists or other professionals is a great way to spend your CEO time. And I think, it can be hard to set aside this time. I know that I get, sometimes anxious about oh gosh, I need to reply to this client right away or deal with this issue with a client or something like that. But I find that if I really invest in the time, because usually if I'm stressed about emails or something like that or getting back to people, it is probably a systems issue that I have, or maybe my policies aren't clear or something like that. And so that's when I need to go back and have CEO time to actually look at my policies, my procedures, and all of that, and my systems to make sure that the next time a client emails, either I have an easy response for them that I can send out quickly, or I have, somewhere else to, refer them or something like that. So it saves you time in the long run. I think it prevents burnout in the long run. And I think, it helps you just have better systems in general, which is good for your clients. It's good for you. It's good for everyone. So, maybe in the next week or something like that, choose something that maybe you've been putting off, you need to update this paperwork or do this thing or plan something, and just schedule an hour in the next week and just try to tackle it and see how it goes. If you have anything fun to share that you're going to work on, let me know.